The new Asterix comic book is the 35th in the series and a very special one. It's the first one to be written and drawn by Jean-Yves Ferry and Didier Conrad.
We were thrilled to be chosen, but you worry about being up to the job. The bar is set so high. We don't want people to be disappointed. We don't want to disappoint ourselves. We are Asterix fans too.
The work process was very unusual. The agreement we signed had a confidentiality clause. No one was allowed into our studio, and we couldn't tell anyone anything about our new book.
After co-creator René Goscinny died suddenly in 1977, the Asterix series was continued by his collaborator, illustrator Albert Uderzo. Now 87, he hand-picked his successors.
Uderzo wrote comic book history. Meeting him was a pretty big deal for me. But he had a lot of respect for my work and only suggested a couple of changes. For example, I had set the story in early spring, but because the book is only being published now, he suggested I set it in winter. So you get to see Asterix's village in the snow for a change.
When Uderzo announced his retirement after having worked on the book for a year, illustrator Didier Conrad was left with just 8 months to complete the job.
It was tough, and I learned on the job. I wasn't at all prepared, and I had to get used to Uderzo's style. The way he draws is very expressive, in a way I'm not used to. I had to really extend my visual vocabulary.
Conrad and Ferry's first collaboration is likely to face some exacting judges. Fans are very protective of the Asterix series, set around 50 BC. Around 350 million copies of the various adventures of the diminutive warrior have sold and been translated into 130 languages. The film adaptations have also been popular, not to mention all the merchandising. From shower gel to chess sets. And the Asterix theme park, 30 kilometers north of Paris. The latest book, Asterix and the Picts, takes the fearless Gaul to Scotland.
Well, I like Scotland, and I realized that Asterix and Obelix have never been there. In their day, it was inhabited by the Picts, a strange people we don't know very much about. So I could really let my imagination run riot.
In France, bookstores are already bracing for publication day. The Asterix books are still some of the best-selling comics in history, and every new installment is eagerly awaited.
I'm curious and interested to find out if the new authors have managed to keep the classic style. I've read every book and I'm looking forward to this one.
Asterix is part of French culture and needs to be kept alive.
When 5 million copies of the 35th Asterix adventure hit the stores, it'll be up to readers to decide if Conrad and Ferry are worthy heirs to the legendary Goscinny and Uderzo.